So today I wanted to show you how I make an arrangement in the autumn with some of these lovely asters that we looked at in the video last week. And there's so many other lovely flowers that you can mix with the asters. The asters, which you can see here, make lovely filler flowers within the arrangement. So let's have a look at some of the other flowers that we have that we'll use to go with those lovely asters in our autumn flower jar. Got some Astrantia here that's on its second flush in the garden, and beside that you might just be able to see there some Linaria Canon that's also on its second flush. And here's a mix of our lovely asters that we looked at last week, and they'll provide lovely filler flowers. And we've still got some Cosmos and Dahlias going in the garden in October, so those will look really nice in our arrangement. We've got some Alstroemeria, which I've been growing in the greenhouse this year and has been flowering really nicely. And we've got some Helichrysum as well. And then for a bit of foliage, we've got some Dusty Miller from the garden, some Privet, and we've got some mint and some scented Pelargoniums for some lovely scent as well. It's always nice to put some scent in your arrangements just to make them a little bit different. So to make the arrangement today, I'm just using one of my recycled jars, and this is a 2-pound jam jar that I've got here. Just filled it with some fresh, clean water from the tap, made sure my jar is nice and clean, and that just means that your flowers will last as long as they can. And just remember to change the water every couple of days to keep your flowers nice and fresh. And other jars that are very similar in size to these 2-pound jam jars are Dow Egbert's coffee jars, and these are fantastic. A lot of my customers that like their coffee will leave these for me, and they're just the right size for making nice arrangements for your table at home. So let's get started putting some of these into our jam jar. So we'll start off with a bit of a framework, and I think I might start with the Dusty Miller here. It's a lovely silvery colour which highlights some of the other colours of flowers really nicely. So we'll pop that in. So I've got my gardening snips here, and I'm just going to be able to trim my stems to the length that I want them to be in my jam jar posies. And here we are, let's put that in the jar to begin with. So next I think I'm going to add some of these asters. So I'm going to start off with Aster Little Carlo over here, which I love. It's got such beautiful, lovely, dainty little flowers on it. They're just about blue. So we're going to pop that in there just now and maybe put another one around the other side. Just snip a bit of the stem off. And there we go, let's put that, tuck that in around that side. And I adjust the jars as I'm going along. If they don't sit quite right, then I will tweak it as I go, just seeing what looks quite nice. So I've got another one here. Just tuck that in the front. And then I might look at some of the other asters that I've got here. So I've got another nice Novi Belgi one. That's a purple one there. I'll add that in. So we're going to add in another aster just now. Contrasting colour, this one's a little bit more lilac, so we'll just tuck that in the back there, and then add another one around the other side, I think. So here we are, that's another one. I really like the colour of this aster, it's absolutely gorgeous, it's one of my favourites. There we go, that's looking nice. And then I think I am going to add in some of my Alstroemeria. Tuck that in there, and some Alstroemeria around the front. So that's looking pretty. And then we've got some nice Astrantia here, so I'm going to add that in, just give it a snip. And a bit more of an aster. At the moment we're just building up a framework so that you can put in the nice dahlias at the end that we've got. Got some nice mint here. Just give the stem a trim. And then pop that in. I really like using herbs in arrangements. It really lifts them and gives it a gorgeous scent. And look at this lovely scented Pelargonium. That's just going to add some nice scent as well. So tuck it in around the side. So it's starting to look nice. Got some more of this lovely blue aster we'll tuck in. So next I'm going to add in some privet leaves. So I've got some of these here. Pop one in there. And I think one in around this side. Tuck another around the front. There we go. Another one there. Put some of the nice Helichrysum in now. These will open up in the vase. They're nicely tucked in. Add a Helichrysum up back. You have to remember to keep checking the back of the jar as well, because you want it to look just as pretty from all sides on your table. So sometimes it's easy to get carried away making it look really pretty at the front and then forget what it looks like at the back. I'm going to put another aster around the front. So this is really celebrating the asters, this jar. And the dahlias are starting to get a little thinner on the ground, so there's not quite so many of them to put in the jar today, but we've got one or two that will look really nice. And then this lovely cosmos here, we're going to pop that in. That's going to look really pretty. So tuck that in there. And another nice white cosmos just to add in around this side. There we go. And then we've got some nice dahlias that we can add in as well. I'm just going to pop another Astrantia just in here to enjoy. And then we've got another aster that we can pop in around the side. Just going to tuck it down here. And then we've got some Linaria Canon went just for a few spiky accents. Around the sides, pop one in the back there. So I'm just going to pop another dahlia in round here, and that's it, looking pretty nice. And that's it all finished, a lovely arrangement to pop on the table with lots of lovely seasonal flowers. So we've got lovely dahlias, lovely asters, and lots of other nice bits and bobs from the garden. The Helichrysum, the Astrantia, the mint, the Alstroemeria. And I will just change the water every 2 days to some nice clean fresh water. And that arrangement should last me a week. And if you keep it in an environment in the house where it's nice and cool and out of direct sunlight, then it could last a good couple of weeks for you. And to keep an arrangement looking really nice and fresh for longer, if some of the flowers go over first, so something like the cosmos might go over before the asters and things, you can just remove those faded flowers and the rest of the arrangement will go on looking lovely for you.